I love this concept about opening your eyes. The eyes really brings all the messages to our brain, and the more you keep them open, the more you grow. When we're saying open your eyes, it means that curiosity. You're looking for something constantly. It's like your food, it's your hairdressing food. The section of water drops, it brings to the concept of color pops. When I say color pops, I like to have a color hidden in the hair, and by just tying the hair into a ponytail, to have these little loops that you just pull out and the color just literally pops out, like a water drop. We have used 2 colors from the Illumin range. It's kind of between the blue and the green family mixed together, and I like because it gets a little bit of dimension, so it's not just one color that looks flat. I love the mixture, and in this case we're going to create 1 ponytail on the left and 1 ponytail on the right, and then we kind of rope twist them and just pull them out like this with the fingers. I don't want it to look precise. For some reason, as a human being, we always love to have something that is unfinished. It gives the hope that there is time and there is space for growth. I like the idea of changing. I don't like monotony. As a human being, I would like to always stay in movement and working around the world in different locations. This is what it's all about, doing hair everywhere. So on the texture, the lux, for me, is one of the most beautiful textures created ever, because it makes just the hair gravitate towards the sky, and I love that. The technique is very simple. We just pin set the root, and then we just create this almost like a little spongy texture. It really gives you a lot of control, padding, and it makes the rest of the hair stand up. The reason I wanted to color the ends black is because I wanted to create this more like punk effect. Almost like if you're left in the desert and the hair burned off a little bit. All the dark part, we can use the irons and a little bit of spray, and then just we iron it until it gets very, very, very flat and straight. So that we create this spike effect, almost like sea urchins, almost like dandelions. I know that this looks very different, but if we don't do stuff like this, our craft, it will start to die, and I'm always trying to preserve the art of hair. I cut hair, I'm very, very fussy. I don't like to be disturbed. I don't like to be talked. I just want to really focus. When I cut hair, it's such an important and big responsibility that I always try and give 100% actually. So this is what I call a new trend. We have seen mullets, wolf cuts. Personally, not my favorite haircut, but I think it looks always cool when I look at someone that is daring to have it done. But because who I am and what I love, I tried to create a mullet that could fit most people and that maybe could be set as a new trend. And this is my proposal as a trend, is the gla mullet. So it's more glamorous. With the same kind of concept, short and long, but distributing the volumes and the texture. You can see here we're tonguing the hair and we're using these beautiful large hot tongs, and what we do, we clip it, let it cool down, and then start working with it. The color here, we just went and really used light dimension and we made it super, super bright, and I love that. It just looks like it's glowing, you know. With Goldwell colors, there is nothing that I can't do to hair. So this technique is something that I actually created in 2006. I won British Hairdresser of the Year with this technique, and I've never shared it before, so I'm really, really excited to show you. We're using some little grips and you create this base. Then you can attach wigs or hair pieces. We're creating what I call a flat wig. Why is flat? Because it looks almost like a mat. So you can see that there is like a soft part. And this soft part, what it's going to do is going to allow the little hook that I can use to pull the hair through each little holes of the net. And this net is very important because that is your pattern. Then it has these 4 strings, almost like a little headscarf, but it's not triangular, it's like rectangular. And we call this look androgynous because this is finished now, but this is not finished because we're going for something that is kind of androgynous, and the whole idea of androgynous is to actually create something that is a bit more genius than just having a wig. In this case, we have this big piece of hair made, so it's a bit like a big cloud now, and this will lie right there on the neck, almost like an ornament. So it can be like a bag, you can take it off, you can fix it on. I love having fun with hair. I hope you do too. The concept of open your eyes, it means that you have to try to be a bit more aware of what we need to stimulate ourselves to keep doing this profession. You have that little antenna and that curiosity that is always there. It all starts with loving your profession. So if you're loving your profession, you're already 3/4 of the way there.